Did you learn how to hack? Did you learn how to code?
I wish. That would be so cool. I took an introductory lesson and I thought like, oh yeah, I'll probably get into this and then do it. By the end of the lesson, I was like, no, this is way too hard for me.
Welcome back to the Vulture Spot. I'm Jay Jurden here with Brit Marling. How are you doing?
I'm really well. It's nice to be here.
What have you been dying to talk about?
The character that I played in this upcoming series of Murder at the End of the World, and she's a badass hacker.
Oh, okay.
And it has like a very cool origin story, so it's nice to be able to finally get to talk about the part you played.
Did you do any hacker research?
I did learn about some really cool hacks, and we wrote them into the script.
Ooh.
There's a hack where the character Darby Hart gets information out of a light bulb and uses the smart bulb's information to break into something.
What?
And that's a real hack that you can actually do.
Brit, don't tell me that.
No, I'm just saying, smart bulbs. Be careful.
I have 5 smart bulbs in my home.
Be careful about those smart bulbs.
But I like being able to yell at my house and turn the bulbs blue.
Yeah.
It's not.
What do you say to them?
I say, okay, Google, make the lights blue.
Yeah.
Wait, where's my phone?
You're just like, go
yeah,
blue.
but they can really do that?
That you can really, because it has a chip inside, you know? So your light bulb's like a little tiny computer, kind of, in a way.
Don't use that at home for nefarious means. Don't let Brit Marling get you in trouble with the law, okay, everyone? Another question we have down, was it hard to write a Gen Z character? Because that subculture is kind of still forming and still congealing. Like it's Gen Z, then Gen Alpha, but Gen Z kind of is pushing the zeitgeist right now. So where you're like, listen, I have to learn some new words.
Yeah, I did have to learn some new. But I think it was also just trying to imagine, when we were writing the script and we wanted to make a Gen Z sort of amateur sleuth, the first description line was like, Darby Hart, you know, hoodie up, headphones on, backpack held together with duct tape, and the same age as Google, which I think was really telling for her character, because this is somebody that grew up in the era of the internet, has always had a search engine, has always had a smartphone, and that has given her tremendous privileges and opportunities. Like, I don't think you can make a credible amateur sleuth unless that person could have spent 10,000 hours solving cases on the internet already, you know, in these like amateur sleuthing forums. So there's a lot that Gen Z can do that like the generations before them could not do, because we just didn't have that kind of access. So.
Yeah, and like you said, they're kind of plugged in from birth.
Yeah.
The minute, like whenever I'll see my niece or my nephew on a tablet, I'll be like, oh, you're really good. Wow. I'm smart too. I mean, I'm an adult, but like, how are you doing all this? We have to talk about how intense and how dedicated the fandom for the OA is. I want to hear about your most interesting or even your craziest OA fan experience, because people love that show.
Yeah, it's really moving,
Good.
actually, yeah. But also sometimes crazy.
Yeah.
One time I got off a plane in a really small airport somewhere around Santa Fe, I can't quite remember, and there was a girls volleyball team that was all in matching uniform traveling through the airport, and one of them saw me and was like, oh my god, it's the OA. And then a lot of them knew the movements, so they just like did the movements for me, at me, and in their matching uniforms, and I was just like, damn, that is a vision. Like in the middle of the airport with everyone just passing by being like, what is going on here?
Were they doing them to the T? Were they performing
Some
them?
of them were very good.
Okay.
I felt like they'd maybe worked it out before together, you know, because they were pretty in sync.
And then what happened? They did the movements right, so then what occurred?
I don't know, Jay. Are we in another dimension? Did they open a portal?
I don't know.
Are we already in another world?
Maybe.
We might be.
Okay.